here on the panel, it seems, trying to figure out how the rest of this pairs up with the IO Inspector.
What did you say, March?
I was talking about, like, you still need to find a partner for the Wisp, right? The IO.
Yeah, you do.
Like,
you definitely
Do you like Bristleback?
I was gonna say Bristleback because Bristleback is kind of okay with Enchantress.
It's all right.
Enchantress, like Bristleback naturally just runs in to Enchantress, and then Enchantress doesn't do any damage to him. And then I used to be an Enchantress spammer too, and then I faced a lot of Bristleback to counter me in the lane. So trying to scratch my head.
Possible, because the Bristleback would mean that they might their enemy might have to use resources to deal with the BB, because you don't want a BB to run away your lane. Let's say you have a Wisp BB or IO BB on the safe lane, so that could also be a potentially good reason to pick the BB here. So you take the attention away from the Spectre's lane, so Spectre can at least get some farm, not win the lane, but at least have some XP, some farm, so you can actually play the game.
You know what here is still in the pool?
What are we thinking, Sin?
Drow is still in for EG.
You are correct. We talked so much about Drow.
Spectre's the Drow.
There's the Bane. So this might be their attempt at contesting their own safe lane against this Enchantress.
So do you think this is enough? These three heroes, IO, Spectre, Bane.
That is definitely strong in the beginning. But again, the question is just how much are you going to pay? And you secure your Spectre, but I feel like you don't bully Enchantress out of the game. If you put a decently strong support with Enchantress down here, she is competitive against the IO Bane running at her, and you can try to pressure them back. And of course, you also have the option of sending your own third hero down there, and then the lane is still pretty weak, actually. All right.
I still think Uji picked... Well, they picked Spectre to kind of counter the Throw Ranger, and then... But their logic against Enchantress is like their theory. I'm not saying it's right, but I think what they're thinking is they're just trying to ignore the Enchantress as much as possible. Is what I feel.
Because there's this one thing about Spectre. Like when you're playing Spectre, you don't really need your lane to go that well. You want your teammate to have a good lane, so that when they have a good lane, you're level 6. You haunt to the lane, and you kill steal some.
But you're not level 6.
No, I mean, if I'm Spectre or I'm Drow, I don't really care that I have a good lane. I care more about my team having a good lane. That's what I feel on those heroes.
Well, you're right. At least they saved the ban, because it seems like EG were not interested in grabbing the Drow because of the Spectre. So at least that's a benefit. I know I'm being very, very negative about the Spectre, but I just feel really convinced about this
Spectre.
being okay. This is very.
So all they need is a Venom on last.
AA.
So that's one of the Thompson's hero he was successful with against VGJ.
But they picked Zeus into, like, you not knowing you could get crushed, but I guess they've got one ban. They can ban the TA.
Yeah. That is the worst matchup for Zeus. Zeus into blind matchup is generally pretty dangerous. I think TA could be a big problem. The question is, would EG be confident enough to pull out a last pick?
I was really checking out the Brood Mother.
Because Brood looks insanely.
Yeah,
so Mail plays Brood.
Oh, he plays Brood?
I'm pretty sure he does.
I have seen him play once, like again in the Summit.
Yeah, I think he played a pretty good Brood, actually.
Usually was like he doesn't pick Brood, and then they pick Brood.
Oh yeah, right. That was him, right? Wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, right now
they're probably gonna ban TA.
You got to pick your poison here, because Zeus has, I think, those two are the absolute worst matchups, and I think both of them are like really, really bad.
All right, well, only one ban left. We'll see which one they choose on the side of OG.
Another thing here that EG could do is they could still grab the Drow, because Drow does pretty well in lane against Zeus, actually, in that mid lane. We saw VGJ Storm take advantage of that.
Who doesn't do well against Zeus? You just
That's a fair point.
Zeus is my favorite hero, too. He does pretty well against a lot of the melee heroes.
Yeah, a lot of melee heroes do poorly, especially if they don't have good regen and have to invest all their gold into salves.
So TA or Brood Mother here.
Which hero do you want Thompson to lose to?
Jeez. Well,
those matchups are really bad.
I would rather Sumail play Brood, to be honest.
Just to see it?
Storm.
Just to see it, yeah.
Storm ban.
Storm is also
Storm would have also been a great pick,
There you
so
go.
don't blame them for it. There's a lot of bases to cover here. I think compared to the last two drafts, this feels more like EG are dictating it to me. I think they are more ahead in this one, whereas in the last two, OG were the ones throwing the curveballs with that Arc Warden pick. Their whole first draft was great with all their team fight and the Nature's Prophet.
Yeah, but OG had first pick. What?
In both games?
I mean,
Oh, this one, yeah. True.
Okay.
Oh no, their Centaur.
Centaur is pretty good against Broodmother in the laning phases.
You sound like you lost your last
Yeah.
bit of faith.
Yeah. Winner just gave up all hope on this draft. I mean,
Didn't they lose like all their games with Centaur?
perhaps, but as you guys were saying, I mean, I think when you said that EG seems to be dictating, it almost seems like what the OG we saw in games 1 and 2, they're forced into a composition where they can't be that, right? They can't be the same OG they were in games 1 and 2, hyper-aggressive early on.
TA looks so hot this game. What an awesome pick that would be.
Well,
But with the Centaur, I don't think they're going to dedicate 3 people to one lane because you can't leave the Centaur alone. I think they're going to have this Bane and Centaur go together to the off lane.
for OG.
Yeah, to try and at least,
You think Io Centaur, right?
Io's...
Do you want to play Io with Spectre? That lane just sounds really,
Yeah.
really weak.
But
maybe you can
if
sustain
I'm
the Spectre
If
that
I'm
way.
the Centaur, I get to choose. I would want the Bane.
What I think OG will do in the laning phase is like the Bane, Spectre will just start in the lane, and then the Silencer from the last game where No-Tier played it, he just moved around the game, that, right? So as soon as Bane feels like he can't do anything in the lane, he's just going to move around, try to do something else in the mat, while Spectre suffers at the bottom, and then try to KS when he's level 6.
Do you think what EG might be considering here is if they want to put the Gyro mid, but I think they will only do that when they have the Drow. I have a feeling that this will be an Arteezy safe lane Gyro, and Centaur is not that bad of a matchup for Gyro in lane. Historically, it's been one of the better heroes just by having that massive damage output. Okay, that was not a hero I was expecting at all, actually, out of EG, but it will
coming
be
out.
an aggressive lane dominator from Sumail.
All right. Well, Tiny comes out, was banned the last 2 games. This is game 3 between these 2 teams. And to bring us a little bit extra perspective, we have BSJ to break down the draft.
The way you deal with Spectre lineups is by grouping up high-tempo lineup. And I feel like EG is set up to snowball the lanes, increase the pace of this game, and make it so that OG may not be able to come online quick enough. But if they're able to stop them, hold off that timing that all these 3 aggressive semi-carries that EG has, that timing that they're going to hit, I'm going to have to give it to OG. But I don't think they're going to be able to do that. But after watching that last game, what do I know? We're all here. It's 11 p.m. It's late. There's memes. There's drama. If you're half as excited as I am to be here, give it up for my boys OD, Pixel, and Fogged.
Thank you very much for hyping that one up, BSJ. As indeed, we're getting ourselves into a very exciting match now. Game 3 between Evil Geniuses and OG. We've just seen the 2 drafts, sort of feels as a whole, the panel liking a bit more what EG's doing this time round. OG going in with sort of this second pick Spectre, ending the draft with a Centaur, another hero that's sort of one of those heroes that we've sort of seen very mixed results with, sort of favouring on sort of the negative side of things. Seb's going to be picking it up as that 5th pick. What do we reckon, Fogged? What sort of OG's prospects coming into this one with this early Spectre pick?
OG's just looking to take this to the late game. EG's all about that constant aggression that they're going to be putting out. That's why they put Sumail on a killing hero. You know, the panel was mentioning the Templar Assassin, which would be great, but it's passive, right? You're not looking for kills, and no, we know Sumail. He wants to be trying to get kills.
He
Tiny
does.
versus Zeus, that's also a pretty good matchup. You have a lot of base damage on this Tiny. The Zeus is pretty short range as well, so like they're saying, the Zeus, you can do great versus most melee heroes, but Tiny, you thrive, because you can't actually get pushed out with all your magic stick charges constantly. So yeah, EG, they're looking to keep the tempo up, make those aggressive moves, while OG, they're looking to just stall this game out as long as possible so that the Zeus and the Spectre can dish out all that damage.
Let's see how it goes down and how OG do lane this. Sort of as the panel was talking about how they want to match up the Centaur. Probably you imagine what with the IO,
With the IO,
and
yeah.
have the Bane babysitting the Spectre.
I think the Bane should start top and then make moves around adjusting depending on how poorly the lane goes, because you're still like a Bane Spectre, it's not the strongest, as they make an aggressive move forward.
You have the Nightmare to set up, bringing Seb in. Can they get the body blocks off onto Crit? Crit running himself away from Seb. Seb finds the Who Stomp though, and that'll be first blood for Seb. Can they get anything more out of this at the moment? Just harassing down Sumail. Sumail keeping his distance.
Nicely done. 4-man rotation. Secures them that first blood.
Should set up for taking those bottom 2 rooms, but at the same time S4's up top. Prodding and poking at Anna, keeping him away from that top bounty room.
So with that Nightmare level 1, it does set up for the kill, but it does hurt you a bit in the lat laning phase. So now with the trade right clicks and go for those brain sepsis consistently versus 2 ranged heroes. but he will have to go toward that top lane. He can't just fully sack Ana. As you see the egg yolk from Fly.
Let's see how well Ana can do on this top lane. So the panel worried about that could be the pressure that sort of sets Spectre back too far to really be able to turn up to those fights, hit that sort of level 6 at the timing that Ana wants to.
They've got the double global though, so we've got some fun, right? Zeus Spectre, an old classic.
Radiant structures are fortified.
As Topson gets a very good block in the mid lane. Under his tower, should be able to farm that just fine. Sumail acquired 5 stick charges just from that level 1 fight too. So some more sustain coming out for this Tiny.
Bottom lane as well, Arteezy able to farm underneath the tower, got a good block off too.
Ooh, missed the creep though as soon as we turn the camera.
Dire structures
And the glyph
are
comes out.
fortified.
So his bottom lane sub should be able to get a decent amount of space from it with the Io backing him up. They don't have the biggest kill threat with the Venge and the Gyrocopter with the Io there as well. They can look for the Io though once they get some more levels.
Fly getting chased down here into the trees. Ana and
He's
Nota
actually dead.
fight him. He gets run down and taken down. OG get themselves a second kill here on that top lane this time round. And extra money for Ana on the Spectre mid lane. Sumail trying to keep Topson off these creeps, make sure that Sumail can get those last hits underneath his own tower. But they can't afford to feed kills away to Ana. He's going to be lapping that up.
Yeah, they prioritize just to heavily commit for the kill rather than go for any last hits. You see Ana only had 2 at that point. So they just fully went forward with the Nightmare, go for the harassment at the Fly because they saw the Fire Spirits committed. As mid, Topson.
Sumail
Got the toss.
that's the kill. 1v1. Sumail takes the kill.
That level
Straight up
3.
outplay.
We see it so often though, right? Even when we see the Tiny supports, any position where the Tiny is played, as soon as you at level 3, you have to be very careful because of the threat of the kill that comes out with that triple combo.
And CS-wise the mid lane as well. Sumail doing a great job of keeping that lead.
Yeah, he's got a huge, not a huge base damage advantage because Zeus has some crazy stats now with that amplification and the buffs that he's gotten for his base damage, but should be able to get more denies on the Tiny.
And that's out. So hold back Fly there. As Fly gets the Fire Spirits out. And so then S4 sort of taking the Nightmare off momentarily so that he could get the further Fire Spirit out as well. That's Notes out. Right clicking down Fly. Fly getting brain sapped. Ana trying to go in. His S4 and Fly both sit pretty low, but the Nature's Attendance is out. S4 and Fly will be fine. Mid lane, Sumail actually this time getting burst pretty low here. Does manage to get himself the Invis Rune. Fills back up the bottom. Should be able to regen himself back up to a point where he's able to go back in and face Topson again in that mid lane matchup. Bottom lane crit. Taking a lot of damage here from the Spirits of Jerax.
Topson used everything there to try to go for that kill onto Sumail. Actually completely out of mana as well as health hits to bring it the salve and the clarity.
It's top CS for Ana. 12 for 3. Doing pretty well against the pressure of Fly and S4.
Pretty good.
Not really slowing down his farm too much. Sumail again in this mid lane getting low, but he knows Topson's mana's pretty much done for as well.
The 2 lanes going great for OG right now. Seb and Jerax able to do a lot down bottom to pressure the Gyrocopter, and Jerax even getting a side pull now too. So denying Arteezy a full wave here is going to be very significant.
Should be fine here, but being heavily harassed.
Mid lane.
Mid lane, the toss. Oh, he's got it. Sumail again. These straight up outplays in the 1v1. Sumail's done it twice now in the first 3 minutes of gameplay.
And you know that's the exact reason we were talking about. That's why he wants to play a hero like Tiny. He doesn't have to play the lane passive. And he's brought heavy amounts of regen to make sure that he stays topped off. Topson, no boots. Sumail has boots coming out in the courier. Topson is under so much threat now.
On top of that, I mean, if Fly can land those Spirits, it doesn't look like he's going to try for it. Does still have some left. Banana has the sails out. He's popping one, and he's still got one ready in his inventory. If he needs to go for it again, Spirits won't clip him, so Ana's able to get himself back up to full HP.
The race to the bottom rune. Sumail will be able to claim that one, fill up his bottle.
And in this mid lane, Topson really has to be careful. This matchup just so hard now that Sumail's got this edge with those 2 kills.
And he's got boots, so he can just run at Topson constantly.
As Topson, best he can do is just try and find the CS with those Arc Lightnings. And he is doing so. 23-6, 19 for 2. And Sumail having the lead. Seen experiencing such a goal with those kills, but farm-wise, Topson's still able to find a decent amount of Zeus in that middle lane.
Yeah, still doing quite nice. Arteezy's getting really shut down bottom. Only 11 last hits on him. You see the Spectre's doing Actually, considerably
On
amount
this
better.
rotation,
but
actually, Thompson, that's going to catch Arteezy potentially off guard. He does pop the Fairy Fire as he backs away.
Full speed.
Looking for the Who Stomp, and Seb doesn't actually go for it there. They had the setup with the Lightning Bolt, but Seb actually cancel casted the Who Stomp.
Could have just gone for the double edge as well. He was actually in range for it with the tether movement speed. Wanted to get the stun because they didn't have enough damage, but with the Lightning Bolt and the double edge, they would have had the kill. Slight mistake there, as Sumail. Going to claim a bounty. Does get scouted.
She goes for the combo here because he's got Arteezy coming in with the wraparound as well. Looking towards Thompson, the Rocket Barrage chase down, attempted, but Seb with the Who Stomp will hold back Sumail and Arteezy.
Still putting an enormous amount of pressure onto this gyrocopter.
And go for the Shrine EG. And top lane, Ana really is
He's
doing
farming
very
great.
well for himself up top. This lane of the S4 Enchantress and Fly Phoenix just doesn't seem to be doing as much as you'd expect it to against this Spectre.
Now able to get so much secured farm, also get that one kill. Of course, once Enchantress hits 6, we're going to see that completely change because then the Spectre actually can't even lane up here. As Thompson playing around with Sumail a bit, they really are just focusing on that rune control so heavily.
And Fly dives himself away. This top lane, Fly and S4 just seeming to have very little impact on Ana's farm. And if anything, they're the ones getting bullied out of that top lane each and every time.
Dire are scanning.
S4 still getting the farm though. They can't actually threaten the kills onto the Enchantress at all with that lane, but they can threaten the kills onto that Phoenix over and over again. As Sumail makes a rotation down bottom, but the scan seemed to come out and actually caught him on the side of it.
But it really is, as you say, out of all the lanes, out of all the cores, Arteezy is the one to struggle the most. So they can find some action from it. Sumail tries to go with the Avalanche onto Jarek. Jarek pops the stick charges, keeps the distance. He's got a big old centaur between him and EG, so they can't dive in for Jarek.
Cute little play coming up from OG is Seb bought and Ring of Health, but he actually hasn't had it on his hero. He's been giving it to Jerax this whole time during the lane, so that extra burst, extra amount of regen, just something to point out that not many players actually get to abuse. This is like an old Dota 1 thing people used to do. It's like, all right, I'll take my Ring of Health for a little bit.
Definitely a mechanic that not a lot of people use nowadays, but it is still there in the game with certain items.
Healing power.
As Fly now just starts to make moves around the map. Wants to get some wards out too to be able to watch the aggressiveness that comes out toward that bottom lane, toward Arteezy, who's level 4 in comparison to a level 5 Centaur and almost level 5 IO.
I mean, how do sort of EG as a team sort of sort out this bottom lane, or do they sort of at the moment just accepted that they've got to sack Arteezy?
Yeah, I mean, you have to accept that that happens. You can't win all 3 lanes in Dota. If you're expecting that, then yeah, just that doesn't tend to happen very often. They're doing well in their other 2. S4 still getting a lot of farm.
As we see the S4 and Sumail, the top 2 net worth at the moment in the game. It's out, looking for a bit of a setup onto Fly. They'll pop the Thunder God's Wrath for this one, as well as the Haunt, ready with the chase down after the Akush dive was used to find Fly. Even looking to move straight again down onto the bottom towards Crit and Arteezy, but they get themselves back by the Tier 2 tower.
Ana ideally wants that kill though. With the first Haunt usage, such a long cooldown. No ends up taking the kill from him.
Thompson, he's coming across, Sumail pretty tanky at the moment with the good amount of levels he's got. Turns towards No-Tail, and No-Tail got the Fairy Fire to put the Brains out, keeps himself alive. Fly being chased, it's going to get zapped down by Thompson. With Thunderbolt for the low ground, secures themselves another kill, OG.
They're still looking to play very aggressive on the side of OG, even though they have a Spectre lineup. And we see, of course, as soon as the Enchantress hits level 6, that's why Ana wanted to use the Haunt, so he can get the hell out of that top lane.
Nice little toss set up there from Sumail to get Crit in range to hold down Thompson with a magic missile.
So top 2 net worths.
Top tower is under
We do have
attack.
EG, but there is a Spectre staying pretty close behind that. Only 200 behind the Ench. But S4 will be able to take out this tower much faster than OG can actually set up to push anything.
Dire's top tower.
9 minutes in, being able to clear up that Tier 1 tower will allow sort of EG to invade this top half of the map that little bit easier. And they're going to go for it straight away with the smoke.
Arteezy's still on
No-Tail
level 4.
very low. This will help Arteezy if he gets eyes on it, but No-Tail's on the high ground. They don't see him for now. They do now with that wall placed down. But No-Tail already on his way back home, so EG unable to sort of make the most of No-Tail being out that low, as they didn't quite get vision of him in time.
They might have to actually give the tome to Arteezy at this rate. Level 4 still, level 7 on Ana. Just unable to find experience on the map after that pressure from the laning phase.
Spot him. Ana again. Looking towards Fly. Fly has the dive. And then Jarrett's trying to close in on him, and well, they don't even need to. Thompson's there with the old back online, pops the Thunder God's Wrath and gets themselves another kill onto Fly.
Yeah, OG still looking to continue making these aggressive moves. They've even got the relocate now online for Jerax.
Radiant's bottom
As for
tower
EG,
is under
they're going to be
attack.
pretty reliant on Sumail with this Blink Dagger to make lots of moves around the map so that Arteezy can absorb that space and get some farm going. S4 can also play very aggressive with Sumail. As we see that haste popped, and they want to look to set up for Thompson.
Come on, sprites.
Sumail more than ready to dive behind this tower for this one. Charges straight in with the avalanche. Toss to follow the pop. The stampede. Can they get Thompson out of here? They cannot. As Sumail's in behind the tower with a haste rune. Gets himself another kill onto Thompson. Bottom lane Fly. Getting chased once again down on this bottom. That's going to be Fly's 5th death on the Phoenix. 0, 5, and 0. He is struggling.
Yeah, they just keep running at him every time he shows on the map. Getting on a more and more farm, still sticking pretty close to that Enchantress, and they've even got a lot of pressure on bottom towers. Mid.
Swap set up from Crit. Sumail's there with the toss, and another kill for the Tine. Sumail is looking very scary. 11 minutes in, Blink Dagger complete. He can keep going for these plays. A lot of OG's lineup at the moment, pretty easy to burst.
Yeah, pretty squishy overall across all of them except for that Centaur, really. As Arteezy now does go back bottom. Still level 5, but needs a lane. Can't just go farming jungle. Can't really set up for kills around the map either, because he's a 770 HP hero versus a Zeus. If he gets caught in a bad situation versus Thompson, he can just get burst down so quickly.
Sumail, there he is with the blink, jumps in.
The one shot.
Oh boy, Sumail. What's that now? That's his, what, 5-0-1.
5-0-1, yep. All 6 kills involved. And top S4.
He just picks up Thompson on his own.
The Dragonlance.
All right, it's starting to get messy here for OG. We're at 12 minutes coming up. It's a 3k lead now for EG. Flying Crit on the hunt off the back of this smoke. Can they find the vision for Sumail to get him with a jump straight in? He finds Jarrett's the stamp. He's going to be popping. The tree tosses there. Sumail gets himself yet another kill.
They're looking for No Tail too. Crit. Gets the vision.
Oh, the way the Terror's out. No Tail cannot escape. EG starting to really play fast now.
Well, most of EG. We have 4 of EG players playing fast. Well, Arteezy's just like,
Arteezy's
please guys, thank you so much.
All the space is there for him now. He's going to be able to recover.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of it down to Sumail. That 5th pick Tiny so far looking very good for Evil Geniuses.
He's able to make so many of these aggressive plays. So many of these heroes still in that one-shot territory for him. As level 11, approaching that level 12 for that level 2 grow.
Absolutely massive. He's going to see Seb. That's the one hero he can't really do much about, so we'll let him be. Blinks himself out to safety. And that Echo Saber really going to come in incredible time for this Tiny.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
In time that OG, as we say, are really going to look to try and just stretch out as much as they can.
I mean, 4 of their heroes are already in that one-shot range. But the Echo Saber is just going to put him that little bit over to always make sure that he can get those solo kills.
Yeah, so the point where an infused range drop isn't going to save you anymore.
Yeah. As they're getting this wraparound already, getting a deep ward down. EG, they spot Thompson.
Chris looking for the swap setup. Can't quite have the vision at the moment. Thompson is going
Sumail's
to come
looking for a
out.
toss back, it seems.
There's the jump. Sumail going in with the combo. Jarrett's is going to come in with the tether, but he can't do anything to save him. Fly post the Supernova to make that something.
Beans grip.
But Arteezy, the dagger will get it. So they get the trade kill there. 1 for 1, losing a core for a core.
No Tail prioritizing during that time period, just putting down all this deep vision. We see 3 wards, or no, 2 wards actually placed at this moment in time for No Tail to look for this Gyrocopter, who they know he's playing in that bottom side of the map, as BSJ would say, of course, the dead lane. So that's where he is going to get picked up while his team is making those aggressive moves.
They're giving a lot of space to EG, it feels. That top lane, S4 taking a tier 2 tower, 14 minutes in.
Yeah.
He's got 2k gold towards his Aghanim, so top of the phase and the Dragonlance. He's going to sit comfortably at the top of the network for Sumail for quite some time, as it seems.
Kind of interesting. Not going to go for the hood, even though he's versus like that Zeus and that burst damage that can come out from Io as well as Centaur.
I guess he just doesn't feel the pressure at the moment.
Yeah, he's really not. As they have so many wards focused on that top side as well, they're able to see if any movements do come in.
So S4 looking towards Thompson here.
Oh, Thompson
slowed down, the impetus coming in. He does get tethered up. Jarrett's takes him to the side. The Stampede as well from Seb. They'll be able to get themselves apart, but Sumail in straight away.
No mercy.
Finishes off the kill. Sumail And he's not quite done yet. He's ready to run back in with the haste. They've got vision on Jerax. Jerax gets popped as well. Sumail, you can tell he's not done. He's seeing if he can find more. Seb tries to go with a Who-Stop. Magic gets up for Crit. Will stop the stun. Sumail jumps in. Avalanche, top, free where he gets at him. Can he get Seb as well? They've got the impetus from S4 coming on to Seb. Seb trying to hide in the trees, but Sumail and S4, they're hunting. They're finding Sumail with the triple kill. Sumail's Tiny.
10-0-2, the last pick of the game.
Oh my goodness. We knew it was a good hero. We've seen it sort of been favored in game after game. EG getting it in as their 5th pick, and Sumail just playing it absolutely perfectly.
He's got the Echo Saber. He's level 13 on this
15
Tiny.
minutes in. How do they put a stop to this? How do they stop him getting away with these plays? He's just moving around, finding the perfect blink pickoffs every single fight. They can't hold him back.
They need to get Seb the Blink Dagger ASAP so that he can set up behind people. If Sumail does look for those aggressive plays that we've seen him do nonstop, they need the Blink on the Centaur to go for those counter ganks. It's starting to become a huge problem as Sumail is double the net worth of Thompson.
Oh. We'll see it again here, this play in the mid lane.
Thompson was actually using the bottle on Jerax while he was being chased there to save himself. That's what gave him that extra regen as the impetus comes through. But yeah, Sumail with his deep ward. OG knows it's there, but they're able to go for that dive, and Sumail just constantly playing on the outskirts. As you see, he's going to wait for his cooldowns to come up. He's waiting for the Avalanche toss combo to come, and then he commits forward onto the
We've got to go back live because we're going to see him potentially do it again here. This time RTZ wants to come across and join in a bit of the fun. As RTZ critting Sumail. Hunting up top. Thunder goes Raph will give away the position. Ana, can he get out though? He can't really TP. The Avalanche is going to come out for Sumail. Just to
in the trees.
Crit. He doesn't do the wave of terror target. So they don't have the vision. The TP is going to be successful from Ana. Wave of terror in the wrong direction, unfortunately.
Just in that one little spot that he could fit in the trees. Hiding away from them. And now they do have the Blink Dagger on Sebastian. Crucial for them to be able to set up these aggressive plays too. Now they can look to even set up some relocates. I mean, they don't really have the most ideal ways to do it.
They've got S4 able to tank it up with the Untouchable. Not necessarily going to be the quickest, but it's a pretty safe one to take.
Yeah, Untouchable plus Fire Spirits.
Yeah.
That Roche is... Look at this backswing.
It's pretty slow.
Yep.
And He's in! The full Who's still calling doing the balls call out for Jerax. S4 crit. They're getting low. They've lost 2 EGS4. Trying to run, but he can't escape. The Pyro's going to come out straight away here for a crit. Sumail, RTZ still alive for now. Ana getting tossed up, tossed back. Sumail, he's going to stand up for Seb. Back in with the Who's up. Sumail managed to pick up an ultra kill before he went down. But all that sped up incredibly fast there around the pit. I believe what we had 8 people going down. We saw crit buyback.
Look at the damage.
OG will take that trade though, as you can see the numbers favoring them.
They were all so stacked up on the side of EG. Everybody.
Seb getting in like that.
I think it was a 4-man
Who-Stop.
And then even the Spirits following up too. No-Tail's like, whatever, I'm going to walk in. Watch Jerax hits multiple Spirits on everybody. Thompson walks in. All that damage coming out. But look, everyone's so low. Sumail being so high level.
He's got so much HP with this Echo Saber at this stage of the game. He doesn't get bursted down straight away, and he's able to get as much done as he can before he ends up going down.
Even with that double hit at the end from the Echo Saber. Yeah, look at that. He's feeling himself. Nice little punch back though, 7. Like we were talking about, how important that Blink Dagger reveal is going to be. As EG there, still focusing around that Roche pit, really wanting to get it. RTZ still very underfarmed for his team, just the phase drum.
They can't leave this rush. It's at half health, and Sumail.
Thompson's is dead.
He just finds the Zeus. Seb's in with the 2-man Who-Stop. They've got the Supernova at the sideline as well here. Can they take it down in time? Now OG's got to back away from the Supernova. Seb trying to TP out, will be able to escape, but OG lose 2. Sumail again, double kill. 16, 1 and 2, and crit.
He's going for
Magic
more.
Missile. He's able to find Ana. Ana was trying to heal some buckle as Sumail comes in for the triple kill.
17, 1 and 2. Just continuing it.
17, 1 and 2.
19 of the 21 kills.
Oh, give him another one. Sumail, another ultra kill. Back-to-back ultra kills for Sumail. And that Roche is easily going their way this time. No chance of OG getting over to the pit. Give that man an Aegis, he's got it.
And now he's got a Shadow Blade, can go for that Silver Edge if he wants to go for the kills onto the Spectre over and over again during the side pushes. This Sumail, this game.
Oh no. He's going to find Seb. No,
he's too
Seb's
tanky.
just out.
Yeah, he's still got it's 1,500 HP. He's the one that can survive that still. But the rest of his team, definitely not. As Thompson 3, 9, and 7 on the Zeus. How's Ana doing? You got the Yasha the Manta recipe, getting closer and closer toward that ulti orb. That'll help a bit. Arteezy's still extremely underfarmed for the team. But Sumail on the prowl.
Found out here by the Bolt. Seb in with the Huson. They do have the control. They pop the horn as well. Sumail turns, punching into Seb. Seb pops the Stampede to get himself away. Sumail being surrounded, but he has that Aegis. He's going to get popped once. Ready to come back for round 2. They have lost Fly, EG. But S4, Crit, they're there as well. Sumail in with the combo. Finds himself No Tail. OG, they just have to get themselves the hell out of here. They cannot stand anywhere here near Sumail.
That was everything there used by OG, right? Fiend's Grip, Stampede, Zeus, Spectral, everything was committed there forward to take out that Aegis of Sumail. Which gives Arteezy some space to farm, so he's thankful for that. But still, he's still pretty far down there, but catching back up to Ana's farm as that Gyrocopter, as the Sumail show continues, as he's looking for another kill.
Ana, Crit, he's found him. Here's Sumail, that nightmare for OG.
Level 18, max level grow. That much more damage coming through with the combo.
I feel here at the main stage, we really are seeing, out of all the Tiny games, the best Tiny performance of this TI so far.
He almost has a kill per minute. 20 kills at the 21-minute mark.
Sep, more TP away. But Sumail,
he's hunting.
Always terrifying. No tail.
Ooh, he'll be okay. Sumail going for a little bit of a safer item choice here rather than committing forward for a Silver Edge. Actually will go for a BKB because, I mean, the amount of streaks that he's going to give, if he dies, he's going to be giving well over 1,000 gold to anybody who kills him.
He is a walking piggy bank.
Yeah, the last time I think it was like 1,390 or something, or 1,400 when he died, so just want to be a little careful. We could see the build still deviate. But this is definitely the safest choice you could go for versus OG's draft. The Zeus is the majority of their damage still.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle
Not easy, no, he's along for the ride this game, really.
Yeah, 0-1 and 6.
0-1 and 6. He's rolling along.
Sean. But now, he's not.
Crit. Does go for the save, but they've got the Fiend's Grip out onto Arteezy. There's the back from OG. They find Arteezy. They find Crit. Arteezy's cool. Arteezy's just chilling this game. Just hitting some creeps and pushing some lanes. Still on Sumail at the moment. He's the one that they've got to be worried about. He's level 18, 21 and 2.
I mean, S4 too. S4's got an Aghanims finished up.
Here's Sumail. Wants to add another one to his tally. There we have it.
Yeah, he switched. He went for the Silver Edge. Yep. So he wants to look to just kill the Spectre in the combo. He can kill him right through that now once the Dispersion's gone.
Should be able to finish this tier 2 tower off. And indeed they do more money into the bank for Sumail. He's, as you say, got the money for the Silver Edge.
Continuing to stay double net worth over Thompson. Arteezy getting close to a BKB, so he's almost got an item for himself, so he can actually get involved. Once he's got that, he can actually join his team and looking to get into those fights, because right now he's still way too weak versus the Zeus burst damage.
Second lowest level in the game, Arteezy. But that's alright, he's got Sumail on his team. Sumail's having a pretty good game.
It is pretty remarkable that the Gyro's level 12 and yeah, that Tiny's level 19. That's something you don't see every day.
There we go. Sumail. Trying to lead in. They do have that ground ward there, OG.
OG's playing a little bit more careful, staying near each other so that they can't just constantly get picked off by this Tiny.
OG trying to lead forward with Seb under the cover of smoke.
They know that two heroes are showing mid. They want to make an aggressive play down here, but now EG, they're starting to collapse. Enchantress and Gyro moving in.
S4 and Arteezy coming in from the side. Stampede will be poked, trying to get No Tail out of there. The uphill miss will proc, so No Tail is able to get himself back a decent amount.
The swap can come in though.
Oh, Crit finds the vision. Swaps him back. That's it. From Seb is not going to save his teammate. So that's No Tail down for 30 seconds.
And Sumail instantly TP's top. Saw Ana for a second up there. Wants to go for a kill, but Ana.
They've got eyes on Jarek's chance. Got the tether up to the high ground.
Ana's actually hiding in the tree lines, and his TP's on cooldown. Sumail is hunting.
Uh-oh.
He wants him.
Don't
he find him,
breathe.
though?
Oh, it's gone the wrong way. Oh, no.
Oh.
No, doesn't see him yet.
No, he did.
Oh.
He caught a glimpse. It looked like he did.
And it should be fine. I say it's fine, as you say, still without the TP for 30 seconds.
He's got to stay hiding for a bit. He does have the Haunt available if they can look for a fight somewhere, but doesn't look like with the position that they have right now they can. Seb pushes down that bottom lane, so we do see RTZ finishes up that PK bait, and now a crucial timing for OG. They've got the Aghanims on Topson. They've got that much more damage they can look to push out.
Yeah, they can make these big horn plays, as you said, these sort of global pickoffs there. It's going to be the ult from Topson, giving some vision, giving some info for the team. As we saw, he's still stuck up in that tree line, Anna, as he waits for the TP. A bit of a smile there from Notel as he gets the friendly tip from Seb, his teammate. And he does go down.
Better him dying than someone else in those situations. As Ana still hiding in the tree line up top. Able to farm at least a bit of the wave with the Manta Illusions, but getting slowed down quite heavily as Sumail goes back on the prowl. He knows that the Spectre's up here.
Oh, he does. Anna's been hiding here a long time.
Oh. He's found him.
He's found him. Has he got the damage to take him? Stampy's going to be popped. Anna gets himself into the trees. Sumail jumps forward, but he doesn't quite get on top of him. Anna's able to get away with a TP.
Whew. That was close.
12k lead for Evil Geniuses. 26 minutes in. 26 to 15.
The experience is a bit closer. It's only 5,000
Radiant's
OG.
bottom tower is under attack.
Definitely still not out of this one. They need this game to just keep going longer and longer for their Spectre to get online. And they've got the double experience gain talents too. So if they do get a successful fight, since they are at this disadvantage, you could see their levels just skyrocket. That 25% on both the Zeus as well as the Io. Bottom, EG, they do have ward on the high ground. They saw Ana as well as No-Tail go down here.
Goes for the Fiend's Grip. They actually have the damage to find this killer. It doesn't look like it. Fly's going to be fine. No-Tail does go for the Nightmare onto Sumail, but it's quickly taken off by Fly. Sumail's just straight in, picks up the kill on No-Tail.
They didn't have the Nimbus up to try to go for some type of play there, but No-Tail just tanks the gank to make sure that Ana can at least farm and push out that bottom wave. And we'll probably see Sumail go and chase Ana for the next few moments.
Stop.
RTZ.
He's got eyes on Seb.
Wants to get in on the fun. S4 closing over 2.
So it's Crit. They're ready to try and make a go on it. Seb pops the Stampede. Gets himself all the way back up to the high ground. Jarix is there as well with the tether, so Seb will be fine. Back towards down bottom, Sumail was on the hunt once again for Ana. Ana hiding in the trees after using that Spectral Dagger, does have a TP. Doesn't want to use it too early at the threat of the avalanche.
The scan is successful.
Sumail knows where he is, throws out the tree throw to get the connection, to find the vision, has the hit with the Silver Edge. Has he got the final bit of damage? He hasn't. Ana, once again, the Spectral Dagger back up. And this time with the TP, knowing that the avalanche has been used, can go safely for the escape.
He's not letting Ana really farm though on those sides. Like, Ana wants to be able to farm on the split push, and Sumail just constantly hunting him, is not letting him get the defusal or any type of items that he needs. Really smart plays by Sumail, recognizing that he's already pretty much hit critical mass, right? He's like, all right, let's allow S4 to run around the map and farm, RTZ to catch back up. I just really need to hunt the Spectre all game, not let him get those timings and approach that late game mass.
Bit of a change up in the IO talents this game, I guess because of the lineup around him. Doesn't take the tether ground scepter bonus this game. So towards mid, great, just going in onto Topson. Topson, it's not going to be kept alive by Jarix there as S4 with the impetus, finding the damage to pick off the Zeus. As Topson again, he's going to have to sit the sidelines for 50 seconds. EG, they're coming straight down the middle lane and onto the tier 3 tower.
He needs to buy back. He's their only D push for the lineup.
And Sumail at the moment with the Crystallis on top of the Silver Edge. Anyone he gets on top of, even the Centaur now at this stage, could be in potential danger of going down to the burst.
They've got Aghanims now on the Centaur though, so they can't actually defend people with that damage mitigation that comes out from it, that 40%. Topson has to be so careful now, though. If he does die, we could just see that base push come out, as like we were mentioning. He is their pretty much all their D push.
Oh no, Topson.
He's got to be careful.
Well, he absolutely has. Sumail will be ready to jump as soon as Topson stands close enough, but he backs away. Thunder God's Wrath, they've got the information. OG know what's up. Another EG's up there on the high ground. Roshan is back up.
Yeah, EG can go for this. They've had the Vlads for a bit on crit too. They have more than enough damage, and they can actually get the sustain with S4 tanking easily to bring this down.
Dire are scanning.
Don't think OG can commit forward for this one. They don't have their Zeus ulti available. They need every little amount of damage. They will scout it, but it's already dead, and that's an Aegis cheese going the way of EG.
No way that OG can get in here.
And they're looking to fight an immediate smoke out of the pit. They've got that one ward vision on the high ground, on that right side, giving them information of where OG is. It looks like they're going to head their way right over there. Arteezy is very far from this, though. He's all the way up top.
Sumail seeing Seb on the front. Sumail wants to try and find the squishes on the back, and he's straight in with the combo. Looks towards No-Tail. No-Tail's going to get taken down by the Impetus. They'll pop down the Nimbus. Thompson trying to fight back for the side. He's able to zap down S4. They'll get the kill onto the Enchantress. Crit now being looked towards as well with a Hawk from Mana chasing down this Ventural's rear. They're finding another Sumail very low at the moment. That pipe keeping him alive, but Seb in with a finisher, able to take the Aegis out of his hand. Seb getting the kill once. Arteezy with the BKB looking towards Seb. Sumail with that second life jumps back in on top, and Seb gets revenge.
Whew, that looked starting to look scary a bit there for EG as the Centaur Aghanims comes out. Sumail jumps forward. The combo doesn't do as much damage as he initially expects it to. They're able to take a pretty decent fight. They have to use pretty much every ulti there, but they're able to slow down.
Certainly one of the better fights this game for OG, but obviously considering how the game's going overall, doesn't really say much. As EG still leading by quite a mile. 14k advantage, 30 to 17.